Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading today here at MadWorldTarot. Sunday afternoon, a gorgeous Sunday afternoon as I'm doing this Deviant Moon Tarot on the tarot table. Can only be the Deviant Moon today because we're looking now at Meghan's surprise appearance. It's always a surprise, isn't it, when she pops up at the Balenciaga show, Paris Fashion Week. Balenciaga, obviously a brand in trouble after the previous designer's flirtation with BDSM and children. Very ugly stuff that the Sibley twins have been reminding us all about. And nasty stuff. New designer now. Meghan Markle there, Balenciaga, and also Markus Anderson there. Balenciaga seems to have some connection with Soho House, so hence the Markus Anderson connection. They also have a very strong Kartrashian connection, and there's been speculation for some time that Kris Jenner is taking it upon herself to rehab Meghan Markle and get her back on track. And between all of them, they seem to have got her to the show and got her a Compton outfit, a rather strange Gandhi outfit, as some people are calling it, with the whites that don't match. Oh dear. And but she wasn't, the Royal Grift is the one who spotted this. Well done to the Royal Grift. She wasn't in the main runway. She was on one of the wings, and she wasn't in the video that they put together of all the celebs that were there, the Anne Hathaways and all the rest of them. She had her own little moment, her own little photo shoot. She'd obviously brought her own person, and so she wasn't that welcome. She looked bad, despite all the work and the she looked more polished than she normally does. She in herself, her energy didn't look good. She looked awkward, uncomfortable, fearful, even unhappy. She looked like something was going on under the surface. She might have been powdering her nose a bit too, shall we just say. So we're going to ask how she's doing. We're going to ask about the Balenciaga connection and the potential hypocrisy of being associated with a brand like that when your whole shtick with Archewell is online safety for children, and they're going to collect an award in New York for all of that next week, Meghan and Harry. So we're going to ask about Markus and what the deal is with Markus, just generally. Some people say that he might be there helping her to find her next mark. Markle finding her next mark for her. She was very cozy with the designer. At some stage it looked like, and sorry to be crass, looked like she was actually sticking her tongue in his ear. And a married man, but never mind, never stopped her before, my opinion. What do I want to say else? There was some young dude that was around as well that the Royal Grift spotted, that seemed to be with her, the Kris Jenner kind of move, I suppose, to find some, and the Madonna move as well. I don't know. We're going to ask what's going on, and is this her next thing? Fashion. Is she trying to pivot to fashion? She's failed terribly at her lifestyle brand with Love Meghan and As Ever and all of that silliness. She hasn't been able to convince anyone that she knows her way around a kitchen. Most recently, using those canning tongs, using them the wrong way around, which has caused great hilarity and much mocking. She really just, you can bluff so much, but you can't bluff your way around a kitchen. Not really. Anyway, we need to say that this is tarot, and it is for fun and entertainment, and it is all my opinion and all my speculation, and I just read energy here. And of course there is a disclaimer in the box below. What is going on? That's herself, that's Balenciaga, that's Markus, that's Kris Jenner, and outcome for Madame. And is this the next best thing, or is this her last hurrah? What is going on? We have the Ten of Pentacles, which is our underlying energy, and of course she's back in some sort of establishment. Normally it's the royal family for me, but it's another kind of royalty now. It's fashion royalty. It's a celebrity world that she's trying to get herself into here. It's interesting. It's a chess game that's being played, and it does seem to be very strategic. As I say, there are some people would call them handlers. Markus, very overtly, some people say, is her handler from her old Soho House days all those years ago. Still around. He was there at the Disney thing with the kids, the birthday thing a few months ago. He was there, very evidently there. So he's very much connected, and he's her, I think, my personal opinion, her way into these kinds of networks. Taps her in. He tapped her into the royal network through Princess Eugenie, maybe tapping her now into the fashion world. Markus, that's how it's reading for me. And as I say, there were some big name celebrities there, and Lauren Sanchez, whatever, she was there. Anne Hathaway was there. Anna Wintour was there. Tracy Ellis Ross was there. So this is the world. This is the new world that she's being tapped into now. I'm not putting tinfoil hat on. I'm not doing conspiracy theories here. It's not reading like that for me. It's just, okay, we failed with the royals, so now we've got to find a new thing for you. She's valuable. She's a valuable asset, and I don't mean it in tinfoil hat way. She's a valuable asset for someone like Markus, because she gets headlines. And so he can make a deal with Balenciaga, with her, and get the headlines. It's been all over everywhere. It's pushed everything else off the front pages in the last 24 hours. So it works. It's that basic, I think. My personal opinion, and this is all my personal opinion, situation we're dealing with, the Fool. And it's in reverse. Now that's interesting, because the Fool is a fresh start when it's upright and it's kind of naive and innocent, and off you go, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed on your new adventure. It's in reverse. They're trying very hard to get her something new, but it's not working. This could be last hurrah with the Fool in reverse for Meghan Markle. I think this was a desperate, put together, very last-minute thing, because of Prince William and his interview with, or his chat with Eugene Levy. Harry all over the news with his desperate banging at the door. Let me in, Pa, let me in. His attempt to get back in with the royals. Meghan needed something. She needed her narc fix, her fuel. But it's not very encouraging with the Fool in reverse. And it also quite literally means looking stupid. And she did look stupid. She looked stupid in that outfit. She needed to be a whole foot taller, really, to carry it off. And she just didn't look comfortable. She didn't look like she was at ease with herself and in that world. If she's pivoting to fashion, she's not really that convincing. So that's my opinion, of course. Let's have a look at how she's doing, just generally. How's her vibe? What's going on? Oh, you see, the Ten of Swords. It doesn't get worse than the Ten of Swords. It's ruin. And you could see it in her eyes. It's the first time I've really seen her, apart from that walkabout after the Queen died, the late Queen died, when she looked terrified. And she looked also as if she might have self-medicated to get some Dutch courage to get her through the moment with the Prince, the Cambridges, as they were. No, they were the Prince and Princess of Wales. They were officially that already. The same kind of energy here of, she looked stricken. Even though she was posing and she was doing her best. I can't remember that silly film with Owen Wilson and what's his face, the posing, all of that. She was doing her best to pose up a storm and look like, you know, and she arrived last and was seated last and all the rest of it at the show. But this is the card of ruin, the Ten of Swords. It doesn't get worse than that in terms of energy, in terms of, I'm going to say, public humiliation as well. So whatever is going on in her marriage, in her life, with her failures, with her brand, Harry maybe disappeared from her life. You know, the humiliation of using those tongs incorrectly and having to take that thing down from her website. It's piling on, and she's showing the strain. Did she have to powder her nose to get through the evening? We're just going to ask. Oh, wow. The Tower, and it's in reverse, absolutely. In my opinion, let's say allegedly. The Tower is, of course, all fall down, shock, crisis, unexpected blow that just brings your whole world crashing down. And it's in reverse, trying to shore yourself up and trying to prevent a complete meltdown. So I do think that there might have been a little chemical assistance to get her through, whatever kind. It doesn't have to be the kind that a lot of people were speculating. It could be a prescription kind of chemical that was just a little help to get her through what was very traumatic. So for all the bravado and slowly scooching along in those giant shoes, and the limo and the toy boy in tow that looked like a toy boy in tow, I'm not saying it was, it had the appearance of not a happy woman with the Ten of Swords and the Tower. So that's Meghan's energy. Let's look at Balenciaga and ask what the deal is with Meghan. What just generally what's going on here. And I've got the Five of Wands, and it's in reverse. The competition card, it's aggressive energy, it's the old greasy pole. It's in reverse, trying to just dial down all the conflict around them. And so a bit of a rescue mission going on, crisis management, is that the word? The expression, the term. It's coming across as that kind of energy where we're trying to rehabilitate ourselves. We're trying to separate ourselves from all that conflict and all that controversy. And so here we can bring in this energy of Meghan Markle and refocus, put her getting very cozy, very intimate looking with designer is going to put all the energy on him, and we're all going to forget about all the nasty things that happened some years ago with children. That's my energy reading, and that's my opinion. How about her and her association with this tainted brand? It is still a tainted brand. And given her Archewell connections with online child safety and all that stuff, it doesn't look good. Empress in reverse, because the Empress is the mother. What is a mother doing associating with a brand like this? That's as basic as it is for me with that card. It's not a good look for a woman who makes a big song and dance about being a mother and protecting her children, and you never see her children's faces and can't take her children to the UK because they won't be safe there and blah, blah, blah. And then lo and behold, she's showing up for this particular show. Not a good look. So hypocrisy certainly screaming off that card for me energetically. How about Markus and her relationship with Markus? What's the deal with Markus, who's everywhere and all the time everywhere? And we have the Four of Swords in reverse. That's interesting, because the Four of Swords is the licking your wounds card, retreating, taking time out to heal and to meditate and pray and think and reflect and do all of that stuff. She can't stay out of the public eye. She just can't. So she's got to get her fix. She's got to get her attention. She knows that she's wounded. She knows how wounded she is, because we have the Tower here and the Ten of Swords, and she's feeling it, but still she needs to go out in the world and get the hair and makeup and the Gandhi outfit and the giant shoes and the limo and put herself out there. And so Markus is there for her. Her moral support doesn't sound right when you're talking about someone, in my opinion, like Markus Anderson, the fixer at her house. Allegedly, that's how he made his way up through the ranks, was fixing whatever you wanted, whatever your desire was, your command was. Markus would make it happen for you. That's the rumor around him. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm just saying what the gossip is. This is someone who had to stand by her side. Sorry about the rattling windows and blinds and things in the background. It's very windy. He was there to give her moral support in the moment when she had to face the public after what has been a very rough time for her. We're going to have to go and sort out the window. Just hang on a second. Right, and I'm back and it's quieter. How about the theory that Markus is the one that finds new marks for her? I could put it in a more crass way, but I'm not going to because it's YouTube. So is there any of that going on? They're there to try and find a lovely, wealthy man for Meghan, to replace the one who seems to be doing his best to escape at the moment, the prince. There has been any of that? Oh yes, that's a hearty yes. Ace of Pentacles, and absolutely put her back in circulation in this Ten of Pentacles world, very wealthy world, all kinds of money floating around there, all kinds of people floating around there, not just celebrities but wealthy people. Definitely, it couldn't be more of a yes. That Ace of Pentacles upright, absolutely. I think that the little black book has been opened. Names are being gone through. That is my opinion. And I know it's a very negative opinion and it's a very cynical opinion, but it is just my opinion. And I'm expressing it and I'm reading the energy of tarot cards. And the energy of the tarot cards is what is coming through for me here. So let's move on to Kris Jenner, who was not there, but is known to have a very tight connection with Balenciaga and allegedly is trying to rehab Meghan. She's taken it on herself like a bit of a challenge, shall we say. So let's ask the relationship between Kris Jenner and Meghan Markle. Let's test that theory that's being pushed around at the moment. We got the Hanged Man and it's in reverse. There is the victim. That's the Hanged Man, the victim, the person who's powerless, the person who's hung out to dry, the person who doesn't have their own agency, the person who really is in a lot of trouble, and it's in reverse. So it's already answering me that she might be trying to rescue Meghan. It's not friendship energy, it's none of that, it's not cozy, it's not happy energy, it's don't you worry, darling, you're dangling there. I'm going to cut you down. I'm going to free you. We're going to dust you off. We're going to stand you on your feet again. And we're going to pick you up and we're going to get you moving again. Get you back into circulation. 10 of Pentacles. Into this abundant world. I guess there would be some benefit for the Kartrashians of having a Meghan Markle association. It's long been rumoured that they have attempted collaborations or they've discussed collaborations. There's some speculation that Meghan might be bringing out a Skims kind of a thing herself. A lot of people call it a scams kind of a thing herself. I'm just repeating what other people are saying for entertainment purposes. Is Kris Jenner trying to rehab her? I've already got yes, but let's see what else is the cards want to tell us. She might have bitten off more than she can chew, because I've got the Seven of Cups and it's in reverse. The Seven of Cups is the possibilities, and the possibilities are endless when the card is upright. In reverse, you're running out of road. You know, the doors are slamming shut there. What's left? What's left to try? And the only thing I can say about that Seven of Cups in reverse is that it might be a challenge for someone who is bored and wants to see if they can make the impossible happen. I'm just finding this Hanged Man in reverse and the Seven of Cups in reverse as really, this is not a situation that a normal person would think is fixable, but why not take it on for whatever. It's no harm. If it fails, oh well, so what? She's not that important. But it might be somewhat entertaining to try the impossible. Remember that our situation is the Fool in reverse here, that we're dealing with somebody who has no chance of getting a fresh start, a do-over, a second bite at that apple. Not happening. Let's see. However, outcome card is this pivot to the world of fashion, as H.G. Tudor would say, fashion. Is this pivot going to work for Meghan? Is this finally going to happen? The lifestyle thing, dead in the water, absolutely. She spent the last 2 years fiddling around with that, with the jam scam and all the rest of the silliness. Is this finally the thing that's going to land her somewhere? No. Queen of Wands in reverse. She's kind of posing there. That's Meghan's energy, the Queen of Wands. It's in reverse. No, she's not going to be able to pull it off. She doesn't have the charisma. And that's interesting because the Queen of Wands, when she's upright, has a lot of charisma. She walks in a room, you notice her. Meghan did her strut down the runway. She was the last one to be seated at the show yesterday. And whoever was filming, which I guess was her PR girly, there was a, oh, wow. But there were no oh wows from anyone else. She might as well have been in a hospital gown going to surgery for all the notice people took of her. Going down that, I was going to say going down the aisle, but you know what I mean. She doesn't have what it takes. She doesn't have that spark. She doesn't have the personality. She doesn't have the energy around her. Her energy has become increasingly negative. I come back to this Ten of Swords and Tower in reverse here. You can smell it off her. You can smell that fear off her, the fear of failure. That's what she's got around her. And she knows it. She knows that she's in her last moment of relevance, when she can make this happen. When the Jill, is it Jill Smollett, I'm mixing her with that other guy, that Serena Williams agent, and the Markuses and the Kartrashians and the Balenciagas and the Ann Winters and all the rest of them are going to give her the time of day. It's almost over. And it's chilling. For me as an energy reader, it is chilling. For her, actually living it in those giant shoes, I wouldn't for any money want to be in those giant shoes now. That's my reading. Thank you for watching. See you again tomorrow.